Good evening. My name is Saif, and today in this video, we're basically going to talk about the 7 SEO mistakes roofers make to lose their qualified leads. The truth is that if your website is not bringing in calls and leads like every single week and month, and you're probably making some pretty common SEO mistakes. And today in this video, basically going to break down the biggest SEO mistake roofing companies make that actually make them silently lose their leads every single week, every single month, and how you can actually start fixing them today to sign more contracts and increase your revenue. So let's dive in. So the first issue that I actually see a lot of roofing companies make is not targeting the local keywords. The truth is that most of the roofing searches that your homeowners or business owners are actually making are local. So let's say in order to get in touch with a roofing service through SEO, the people are probably gonna type things like roof repair near me or roof replacement Dallas or basically anything roofing related query plus the city. But on the other hand, let's say if your website just says something like pretty generic like we do roofing and it does not mention the location of the city that you're operating in, the truth is that you won't show up where it actually matters. In fact, you might not show up at all in most cases, absolute crickets. And I have like two examples over here that I'm going to show you. As you can see, like in Google, I type roofing Washington, PA, and you can see that there's this one company called Nicolella Roofing. As you can see on the title tag, which is like there's no mention of the location that they're actually operating at. I checked their website. It's probably very likely, as far as I remember, that they have a header tag placed in for which is location relevant, but from the title tag, there's no mention of the location that they're actually operating at. And in my opinion, that's a pretty bad idea. Like they're probably doing well right now, but I won't be surprised if they end up losing their ranking pretty soon. And then on the other side, you can see the Roofing Solutions for Home, another roofing company. This is in the homepage, which one is the H1 tag. As you can see, no mention of the location where they're operating at, so very unlikely that they're ever going to rank for the keyword they're actually targeting for in the city that, and also the city where they actually offer the roofing service. So my opinion is that you should never leave it up to Google to do the guessing work about where you actually operate at. You should clearly mention in the title tag, the H1 tag, and also throughout the content, like where you like in which city you actually operate at. So yeah, it's not really that difficult of a thing to do so, but trust me, it can actually create a lot of it can make some pretty big impact for your company and your site. So the solution is pretty simple. Add location-based keywords to your homepage, service pages, and meta titles. If you are creating, let's say, a dedicated page for your service like roof repair, mention the city that you're actually operating at. If you want to create a designated page for a general, let's say, roofing service, mention the city that you're actually operating at, because the more clearer and more specific you are, the better you will be in the eyes of Google. And Google will absolutely know that okay, this is the service and this is the location that they're operating at, and this is where they actually want to rank for. Doesn't take that long, pretty low effort, but if done well, it can do wonders for your roofing company. And the second mistake that I see a lot of roofing businesses make is ignoring the Google My Business profile. The truth is that if you're not showing up on Google Maps, you're gonna miss like a lot of leads. I mean it, like a lot of leads. Poorly optimized Google My Business profile is like having your shop hidden down back alley, and a lot of research and a lot of studies have actually proven that local pack actually captures like 40 to sometimes even 50% of the clicks when people are actually searching for local services. In this case, it's a roofing service. So yeah, and also in comparison to traditional SEO, Google My Business ranking in the local pack is actually a lot easier in my opinion, because you don't have to deal with creating content. Like you can create some content, like, but it's not as intense as, let's say, creating an SEO content. You also don't have to worry about building links. The only thing that you need to worry about in Google My Business profile is selecting the right category, keeping your profile active to post and all the stuff, and most importantly, getting reviews every single week, every single month. Go ahead and check like how many reviews your competitors actually has, and then try to go and match that or go above it, because that's the only way you're actually going to win and get like most of the leads and most of the sales from map pack. It's a long-term game, definitely, but definitely it's pretty much worth it when you realize that once you're at the top, like you don't have to pay for any advertising fee or anything like that. It's basically it's pretty much going to be organic that you're going to get your customers and leads from. So don't ignore it. Claim it, add photos, update your hours, collect reviews regularly, and this is going to help you to build trust with your potential customer and hopefully boost your local rankings. And the third issue that I come across a lot when it comes to roofing companies are 1 minute. It's the slow and outdated website. The truth is that in today's time, like your website is like a digital storefront. If it is loading slowly or looks like outdated, let's say, for instance, let's say it looks like it was created back in the early 2000s, visitors are very likely going to bounce before they even ask for any quotation or consultation for you. And Google also ranks websites a lot, slow websites a lot lower. Like as far as I'm concerned, like I haven't seen or haven't heard like any research or studies that actually validates that website speed is actually a crucial factor. But in my opinion, like let's say a homeowner, a business owner is actually looking for a roofing service in your city, and they come across your site, but for some reason your website is loading slow, so they bounce back. So they bounce back off and they visit another roofing website, and then they get the quotation from that website, not from you. So what this is going to actually indicate is the fact that the searcher came to your site, but they couldn't get their intent fulfilled by your company. So as a result, they had to bounce back to another company to get their intent fulfilled. And this is going to act like a really negative signal for your website and because they just couldn't get the intent fulfilled that they were actually looking for. In this case, in the case of roofing, is probably getting a quotation or inspection to be done. So yeah, and this could be like a big factor when it comes to getting qualified customers from search engine marketing. So the solution to that is that you don't need to do anything fancy. All you need is a pretty simple like a WordPress site with clean design and just having a few plugins can pretty much do all the trick. Just make sure that your site actually loads in within 3 seconds. It's actually mobile friendly and has a clear to call to action button like call now or get a free code. As you can see, like this example, it has the inspection button, the appointment button, and then also another inspection button, and it also has a lead form where people can actually fill out the information. And the fourth point that I'm going to discuss is actually the thin or duplicate content. A very common issue that I actually came across myself in a lot of roofing websites is this issue. In Unfortunately, I've seen like a lot of roofing sites just have like one paragraph per page, or even worse, a lot of them have like copy pasted manufacturer content. The truth is that Google hates thin or duplicate content, and trust me, even your potential customer, even they don't like reading like generic stuff and right now AI stuff. And in this today, like in this AI generation, I think businesses even copy paste content from GPT and other AI tools, and trust me, in the long term, it's going to hurt your ranking, and you're not going to be able to sustain yourself. So my advice to you would be to write like unique, detailed content for each location and service that you are actually offering and the location that you're operating at, and actually answer like real customer questions that your local customers actually want to know about. Let's say, how long does a roof replacement take place in, let's say, your city? Or what is the average cost of a roof replacement or repair in your city? Like people will only convert into leads if you, as I said, if you actually manage to fulfill whatever intent that they have related to your search. In the case of roofing, it's getting the roof done, but before that they need to get in touch with you to a quotation or inspection. And how do you do that? You give them enough information and answer the queries that a potential homeowner, business owner might actually have. And in this examples, as you can see, it's from a roofing website. As you can see, they offer like a bunch of services like windows and skylights, shutters and ventilation. They offer like a bunch of services, but if I was in their place, I would actually go ahead and create a dedicated page for shutters and ventilation, and another dedicated page for windows and skylight. But as you can see, in this case, in the case of this website, they have created a content like less than even 100 words. And the truth is that this is just not going to work. This is not going to help you to rank. Forget about getting customers. You won't even rank anywhere near Google with this sort of content. So as I said earlier, like you should create dedicated page for each of your service and each of your location that you're actually offering. So yeah, avoid thin and duplicate content. The fifth point is no backlinks or citation. So let's say right now you got all your content absolutely dialed down, like you have optimized your content hits all the query answers all the queries that your potential customer actually have. But guess what? You still are not going to rank if you don't have enough backlinks. So you need to think of backlinks as votes of confidence. And in this new age of AI search, backlinks are, in my opinion, the most important factor out of all. And why is that? Because right now, let's face it, content has become sort of a commodity, which means that anybody can pretty much copy paste from ChatGPT and other AI tools and just get along with it. But backlinks are something that you actually need to put a lot of work into it, and sometimes, and in a lot of cases, you actually need to earn it. And by earn it, when I say earn it, I mean like pretty good, high quality backlinks that can actually get you results. So yeah, first of all, I would say for a local roofing company, like get listed in local directories. Most of them are pretty much free, so it just takes a lot of like manual labor to get your website listed. But other than that, it's quite easy. You can like go ahead and sponsor community events and see like how much they might charge you to sponsor. You can also ask your happy customers to link back to you if they ever mention your work on the internet. You can do like guest posting, like you can write for other relevant blogs in your industry. And if you have the budget, I would suggest you to go ahead and run like PR campaigns quarterly. The truth is that the more credible links you have, the stronger your rankings are actually going to be, and the more difficult it's going to be for your competitors to outrank you. So once again, it's not something that you can actually start doing right now, and it's like you will start getting results. It's a long-term game, but if you build a good quality links, trust me, this is going to be a moat, absolute moat for your business. And from my opinion, from what I've seen, most ribbon companies don't really have a a solid backlink profile. So if you actually take the time and build those links, by building those links, I mean good, high quality links. Trust me, you're going to be way far ahead than your local competitors. And the sixth point is neglecting reviews. This is actually similar to the Google My Business profile. The truth is that Google loves businesses with fresh positive reviews, and so do homeowners. So let's say in this instance, if your last review was from 10 years ago, it's really not going to work. It's really not going to help you much. uh, you are probably going to be losing trust and visibility if you're not getting reviews consistently every week and month. So what I would suggest you to do is to make it a habit, like whenever you come across a customer, whether through your consultation or let's say you've completed a job for them, ask for a review from them from Google. The more recent your review is, the high visibility you're going to get, and the and more probability that you're going to get more leads and customer from it who might actually turn out to be your paying customer. And the last factor that is actually pretty common that I see with a lot of roofing companies that I came across is not tracking results. I see a lot of roofing companies actually throw a lot of money at SEO, but they don't really know what's actually going on or what's actually working. And they're also probably working with some SEO agencies or consultants or freelancers, and they don't know like okay, I'm spending all that money on SEO, but where is it going? The truth is that it's not about traffic, it's not about impression, and right now, clicks also are not really that relevant, like how many clicks you're getting. The truth is that you need to track how many calls you're getting, form submissions, and rankings. And if you can track all these factors, we can actually lead to having a positive impact on revenue. The truth is that you absolutely cannot improve. So how do you do that? Set up Google Analytics, Search Console, and also like install call tracking on your website if you can. The truth is that if you know your numbers, it can actually help you to double down on what is actually working for you and what actually doesn't. The truth is that SEO is an investment, and you need to track not your traffic, in my opinion, or how much impressions you're getting. You need to track your leads and how many deals you're able to close from organic search. Because at the end, this is actually what's going to help you to determine the ROI of your SEO campaign. So, what cannot be tracked, like you really cannot measure, and if you cannot measure, then you won't really know what's actually going on. And the last one, I would say it's the bonus, which is follow up consistently. I see a lot of roofing companies say that they get a lot of leads, but at the same time, then I see that they don't follow up with their leads like as much as they should have. The moment you get a lead, follow up like right away, like until and unless they don't pick up their phone. If they don't pick up the first time, call them up again. Keep calling them again and again. The truth is, like until and unless you've tried it like 4 or 5 times, you should just keep following up consistently over and over again because as they say, money is always in the follow-ups. So yeah, this is my video, and just in case if you're wondering, yeah, my name is Saif. I'm an SEO consultant, and everything that I just discussed right now, this is basically what I do for roofing companies. So if you are a roofing owner and you would like to speak to me more about it, then you can book a meeting with me on the calendar link, as I mentioned right over here, and I will provide one in the description link. So I will see you right there. Thank you.